Okay, we're on the home stretch, and I think we're possibly having the longest tutorial video ever. But again, this is a pseudo tutorial video, just like in my office. Okay, moving on to the next one. Multicam clip. A multiple angle subclip. This actually works very much like a compound clip does, but you can have complex multicam situations that this is very helpful with, incredibly helpful with. So let me show you how that works. So here I've got a narrative project. It's the same one we looked at before, and let's group this by file type so we can see what's going on. Okay, we got a couple of shots here that are actually, let me put this back in film strip. So we're needing to sync these. So here we've got our picture, and then down here we've got some audio for 17.4. That's easy to do. But look, we have another thing here. 17.41 multiple takes. He had a DR5, a little Panasonic Tascam DR5 that was just stuck in his lapel, so we had another mic. So we've just got a weird syncing situation here. We need to sync not one audio source, but we're going to need to sync two. Now, if you didn't know it, you can't synchronize more than one audio source and have them discrete. In other words, I couldn't say, okay, I've got two audio sources for 17.41, and then I'm going to, if you synchronize this together, they're going to be mushed together. Well, they're not mushed. Here, let me just show you. It's going to take a moment to get this done because it's just weird. And this audio is just kind of odd. So as we wait for it to go, here's a little watch. Normally you don't have to wait for this at all. Wait for it. There you go. Okay, let's take a look and see what happened inside this guy. Open in timeline. Okay. This is kind of crazy what it did, because I had a bunch of things selected, but it made a ton of audio sources. But they're all combined together and not discrete. Okay, so let me show you this. Again, this has nothing to do with the tutorial at hand. Basically, I've got connected and I've got storyline. That's all I got. I don't have like, I was like, hey, where's all my individual tracks here? Well, that just isn't the way it works when you are doing, when you have more than one audio source hooked together with a synchronized clip. So the better solution for this is using a, without going through a lot of hoops, is to use multicam clips for this. So let's go ahead and kill this, and then we'll start over here. Okay. And again, this is a complex syncing situation. So here's my one angle I want to get. Here's my other angle. And I've already gone through here, and all the roles are hopefully properly set here. Yeah, okay. So I've got this one DSS and this one here. So here's my multiple takes. Now inside this multiple takes, we've actually gone through and put markers for those individual items. Let me go up here and Option X that to kill that stuff so you can see there. Okay, so I've got this from here to here. We know that's 17.41 because we heard the audio slate. So I'm going to make a selection with that. Then I'm going to go here, grab that audio, and then I'm using the command key, by the way, and then grab this audio, and now I'm going to make a multicam clip of that. So that's going to be 17.4.1. And as it syncs here, fluxing, flux capacitor fluxing. Now let's open up this angle and see what we got. Ah, hey, way better. This is what we need. But see, I've just taken a portion of this little clip that I needed here. If you think about that, you're like, whoa, wait. You mean every time I take a multicam clip, it's actually using the range selection? Yeah, it is. So if you had, for example, if you just took this short range here, and then here's my audio, and I just took a short range here, then if I make a multicam clip of this, it's going to be using those ranges. I think. Let's see, there we go, that one. Okay. So, new multicam clip. Super short. Just a demo here. Okay. So now I just have this tiny little section that's put in here. So whenever you make a multicam clip, it obeys the ranges. So therefore, it's a subclipping tool. I haven't used it a lot for this, but I did use it extensively, or my son rather did use it extensively on this project, and it was incredibly helpful to be able to do that. So the good thing about that too is, again, with a multicam clip, we have all the metadata that we can bring down. So we can have a scene on there, we can have notes here, so then when we're bringing something down to a timeline, let me get back to my timeline. Oops. We've got all that data. So it works just like a compound clip. It's just kind of a subclip with multiple angles. So it's a really good option for you. Let's see. And here's my demo here is the example of an audio recorder running over multiple takes, which is exactly what I just showed you. And as you can see, the metadata, all the metadata is taken, and as much metadata as possible can be taken down to the timeline. So here's the next thing, a complex clip. Okay, this is a little bit of a stretch for what a subclip can be, and I haven't actually used it. Well, okay, maybe I've used it like once. So, but I just wanted to make it, 7 being like the number of completion, and therefore make my list 7. So let me show you how you would use this. And you're thinking like, okay, what's a complex clip? I've never seen this before. It's not in the manual. Well, if I look at this, and if I open this in a timeline, this is a complex clip. It's an old style compound clip. And what can you do here? Can you actually subclip? Yeah, sorta. So here, I could go in here and I could kill this portion of the slate there, and I could mark that off. And now, when I back out of it, slate's gone. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, wait, I can just do that with a rejected range. Totally. You could do that with a rejected range. But this is a subclip. And now we've dealt with parts of it being a complex clip. And now, granted, how often are you going to use that? Not very often. But let me show you what I actually use subclips, or not subclips, but complex clips for. So here I've just got a regular old clip. Oops, I'm actually going to open that in timeline and restore what I had before. So I'm just going to drag that all the way to the left, all the way to the right here, because I made that inside the event browser here. So now let's put this back on there. Let's put a couple clips in there. Oops, we have a little bit of. So what can you use a complex clip for? Remember when you wanted to make sometimes when you wanted to make a compound clip, you are just making a small kind of edit on a clip because you need more detail. Well, sometimes you don't want to make a compound clip and go to the kind of time and doing it. Instead, just open up a clip. So let's see here. Once you open this up, this suddenly becomes a complex clip. And what if I wanted to do something funky, like, I don't know, let's put another copy on here and add something weird to it, colorizing or something like that. And then I want to put that at a certain level. Okay. Now if I back out, this is now a complex clip. And you can also do things like make it longer. Now you could double this up if you wanted to. Again, it's difficult to really know the usage of this, but I have run into circumstances when I've needed that. And now watch. This is way longer than it was before. I'm extending it out much longer than it needed to be. Probably the best use of a complex clip is actually inside a multi-angle clip or a multicam clip. If you go inside a roll here, what am I saying? Angle. See, I've been going at this too long. It's like an hour. It's going too long. If I open this up, and now I wanted to make some kind of adjustment to this, like, I don't know, I wanted to add some text to it or something. So I added some very large, obnoxious text to this. Now if I back out in my angle, I can see I've got this text here, but it's inside that angle. It's like embedded in there. And then when I go and use this as an edit source, then I've got that embedded there too, and it's just kind of a neat little thing to do. So anyway, so complex clips, you got to really work at it to make them a subclip, but it is possible, and someone out there somewhere might find some use for it. But I often use this lots of times inside of a when I'm modifying an individual angle to color correct it or to add some other stuff inside it like that.